Welcome back to Lancet 177, and as you know, today we are at an outdoor location and we're at the headquarters of the Sugar Research Institute of Fiji, and CEO Dr. Vinesh is with me. Currently we are inside a lab that is called the Disease and Pest Control Lab. And Vinesh, if I can indulge you with what's being presented here, I can see some sugarcane root and leaves. Are you able to explain what this unit is about, first of all, and why is it important for the sugar industry?
Thank you, Anish. This unit is very important for the sugar industry because we look after the pest and diseases in the sugarcane plant. So the production of sugarcane, if you look at, one of the factors that affects production is pest and diseases. So here, if you can see, this is a sample taken out from a field in Reki. There's some unique features or something that a farmer observed. So we took out samples, we brought it over here for detailed analysis. If we move on here, this is where we have cultured some pests, some of the diseases, and we are trying to find out what kind of disease it is. So we'll culture it, we'll put it on a medium, and then after a while we'll observe it. If we move on here, this is where you can see here, these are some of the pests. These are the insects that is in the sugarcane industry, as well as some of the insects that are out there in Fiji. And this is kind of our reference. So when we look at these pests or these samples, and we collect one sample out from the field, this is where our entomologists come and bring it to the lab and then compare it, whatever might be the insect.
Are they beetles, and how do they affect the crop?
Okay. This is one of the beetles, and when we'll move on, we'll show you that we have got a similar kind of a beetle or some similar kind of insect which is called a cane weevil borer. It's a borer that affects our industry. It is tending to be one of the challenging pests now. Before we had the leaf gall disease. Now this is one of the pests we would say has an economic importance now, whereby the incidence on the field as well as when we have harvested the cane, we have seen that the damage is quite substantial.
And all local staff do this pest control analysis here?
Yes. Well, previously we had an expatriate, and she has left recently, and then all of our staffs currently are locals, and they have been trained overseas as well as regionally as well.
Vinesh, I understand your entomologist, the newly appointed Nilesh Chand, is here with us. He is joining SRIF from Biosecurity Authority of Fiji. Nilesh, thank you for taking the time out to speak with us. New in the job, have you acclimatized yourselves to the job that is done here at SRIF, and what does this job mean for you?
Yeah, thank you, Anish. And yes, I have very well acclimatized here. I have been doing this activity for a number of years, and sugarcane industry is nothing new to us. We are familiar with the pest and disease scenarios, and we are here to assist with detections and provide the management and control measures that is important to keep the industry going for the future.
Can you answer for me when can an alarm be raised that something is wrong somewhere, and how do you react to that?
Yeah, we have our teams out in the sugarcane belt areas, and they do regular monitoring and surveillance. They are well versed with the features of pests and diseases which are present in the country, and they are also aware of the exotic threats out there which can pose a significant economic issue to the sugar industry. So all our roggers, all our fieldmen are very well aware. They are trained, they are taken through updated processes so that any issues that they find different from the common scenarios, they are able to quickly notify us with audio video visuals as well, together with very accurate latitude and longitude, so that our experts can arrive there in the shortest possible time, have a look at the issue, and provide the level of analysis, control, and management that is needed to keep the industry alive and working.
And why does the sugar industry need entomologists like you? Do you need more people like you in the industry?
Certainly, there is a need for more people in this field because there are not too many around, and usually this field is very historical. You pass on the knowledge, the local knowledge that is here, so that there is continuity and the newcomers are able to grasp and keep the industry going. And together with that, we see that there are new threats of these pests and diseases in our neighboring countries, in Australia, in Solomons and other places around Fiji. So those pests and diseases could be entering our industry and they could be creating havoc.
What is this pest? What's the detail on this pest?
Okay, if you see this cane stock, sorry, it is a preserved stock. You can see here, you can see all this has been eaten up. If you count the notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the damage has come up here. So this is a very, if you happen to be at the sugar mill or once you harvest a cane, you see that reddening thing and there's a hole inside. This is the pest which we call is cane weevil borer. It bores inside and it eats away the sweet part of the thing. And sugar, if you see our industry, it needs this. This is where the main sugar is stored. So if it eats away this thing, a lot of our good sugar or good, good juice is gone. So now we have seen in our industry, because number of things are occurring, or this is something of a historical thing as well. People have been keeping ratoons. People haven't been toiling the soil. So the population of cane weevil borer has increased. So in order for us to now sort of analyze it, in order for us to control it, we are setting up these traps. These are cane. You can see these are just simple cane. We have chopped it, or we have, you can see here, we have chopped it down, split it open, and then this is a black plastic, we have wrapped it, and we'll be putting it around in the cane fields. This way, the cane weevil borer would be attracted. They'll come and feed on here, and we'll go and collect this trap, and then we'll bring it back to our lab. We'll analyze how many female, how many males are there. We'll look at the stages of the males and female, and then from there we would suggest to the farmer the level of intervention that is needed in controlling this pest.
And I understand there's a sample of
Yes,
this little champ that is creating problems.
So you can see the pupa of the cane weevil borer.
Is it hard to detect in the field?
No, I mean, this one lives underneath in the soil as well as in the stalk. So it's difficult. A plant might look healthy. It's difficult to. That's the reason we put up these traps to trap them and attract them. But once the stalk is cut, we can definitely see the damage. It's very easy to see it once the cane has been, the stalk has been cut.
Now we also see you've got termite management traps. How is termite affecting the industry at this point in time, and in which areas of Fiji?
Okay, termite, there is a lot of hype about termite in sugarcane, and a lot of people have said that termites have moved into the sugarcane industry and they are targeting the cane farm. This is not the case. We have got a team under Nilesh's section, which is dedicated for termite management. So these teams daily moves out into fields, they set up traps like this, they set up, and they monitor these traps to see the infection level as well, infestation level, as well as the movement of the termites. We have seen, we have collected samples, and we have seen some of the farms in Lautoka. And these farms, if you see, termites are not selective, like they are not, okay, we're going to go for sugarcane. They are in the forest, or when we see around, these are in the trees and shrubs, and they have moved slowly into the sugarcane fields. So they were kind of progressively moving into the thing. They are not saying that they're selecting sugarcane and they're going into the sugarcane. So at present, we believe, and from our science, we can definitely say that it's the infestation levels are very minimal. There are certain farms, there are control measures that we have talked with the farmers, what needs to be done. One of the control measures that we are telling to farmers, and this is Anish, one of the things we're telling our farmers, if you are transferring any seed cane, especially from infested areas, this is from Lautoka and other areas, in between, please call our team as well as biosecurity. Any seed that is being transferred from Lautoka down towards any part of Fiji, biosecurity is involved, and my entomologist is also involved in seeing that it's disease-free as well as a pest-free. So this is the control measures we do. Any biological sort of transfers, we definitely make sure that our team inspects the material before it's being transferred, even for our state farming as well.
Can I ask you which pest is the most most troublesome for you in the industry?
In the industry, you would say when we say pest and disease, one time it was leaf gold disease, and it nearly wiped up the industry. Even Australia too faced a similar thing. But now, and this is one of the things that we would say, with the intervention of shrift, we have minimized the infestation, and it has gone down to below 1% now. So we were running around some of the fields. If you see, they were 100% invested to some of the fields, about 50-60%. Now we have, with the continuous monitoring, and as Nilesh has said earlier on, we have got staff that are well trained. They go on daily basis. Every morning you'll see them in the field. They would be making sure they are equipped well with GPSs as well as field monitoring and surveillance equipment, making sure that any occurrence of any pest and disease, they report it back. There's a set of digital, we would say, platform on which they load these pictures as well as this data, and then the central team based in the head of the central team, Nilesh, then he looks into those things. Now, as you asked on earlier, cane weevil borer is one of the next pest we are seeing is important for the industry, and we have to work together. It is, we would say, the infestation levels in certain fields when we are putting up the traps, they have gone to about 50-60%. And certain fields is still 2-3%, but we still feel that it's of an economic importance, and definitely a lot of efforts has to be placed in this.
Vinesh, final question in this segment for you. Is Sharif 100% ready resource-wise? Do you have enough resources to do your job in terms of controlling the diseases and pests in the sugar industry?
We would say we have limited resources. When we say limited resources, at present we have opened our molecular lab. Probably before, we were relying too much on seeing things, comparing, but with the with the molecular lab, we can then use DNA and RNA to actually assist in terms of so this is the area that at present we are limited in capacity and capability as well. We have got some trained staff. We have also looking at re-resourcing the institute, re-resourcing the section. The major challenge is that locals, we don't have enough locals in this field, but definitely when you are saying that if Sharif ready, Sharif in the field wise, we are quite ready in terms of disease surveillance, monitoring and other things. But when you come at state of art and advancements, this is the area we are looking in terms of expanding, as well as you are aware, that technology changes, and even insects are becoming smarter. Some of the diseases, if you see, because of the similar attributes, it's difficult to, by a person to just to see under a microscope, it's difficult. So with this molecular technology, we would be able to extract DNA, and we would be able to identify diseases much faster and bring in controls much faster.